So, as a conservative, you advocate for a combination of free market economics and a code of virtues and morality. I was just curious what these virtues would be based on in your utopian conservative society. Who would enforce them, and how do we ensure that they don't turn into the social virtues of the racist Democrats and the Nazis?
Very good question. So the answer would be yes, we would have free market economic policies. Now, I'm not against the idea of a safety net, and so we're not talking about laissez-faire, we're talking about free market policies tempered by a recognition of the government having a basic provision for the truly disadvantaged. Okay, now with regard to virtue, my view is that this is not the province of the federal government at all. The government is not in the virtue business. This is not to say that at local levels, communities can't have community standards of all kinds. In fact, Hayek uses the phrase, a framework of competing utopias. His idea being that you can have 100 different communities all experimenting with different ways of life. And his point is that people are free to move between them. And so essentially communities that work will flourish, and communities that won't will become desolate. People won't want to live there. I see virtue as something that should be cultivated in the family, in the church, in the little league, in what Burke calls the little platoons of our society, the private sector. So in this way, I'm not arguing for an incompatible position of laissez-faire in economics and rigorous state control of social policy. No, I'm actually arguing for a relatively libertarian position on both, with virtue decentralized and operating in the private sphere.